Oh my. Look what we have here. We have one box. But that is not the box you guys think it is. So, we have a lot to kind of talk about here. Slow week for me, been busy. Came back from vacation. So my Gottis, as you guys know, for the E36 are still missing. It has been 2 months now, no updates, no nothing. I have a missing mail search initiated, all this stuff. But at the odd chance, well, I don't know what is more odd. I don't know if they're ever going to show up or not. But my guess is if I ever do get them, it's going to be a while. And I really want to get the road going with this E36, because if I don't make it cool and how I want it pretty soon, I'm just going to not want the car anymore. So I decided to just go ahead and buy another set of wheels for it, because I can't wait, you know, whatever. Wheels are like a savings account, so buying and spending money on multiple sets of nice wheels doesn't bother me, because whether the Gottis come and I sell these or I sell the Gottis and keep these, doesn't really matter to me, because the money will always be there, right? So there's only one box here because UPS decided to play with me just like USPS, and yesterday the other two came and these ones were not here yet, and I almost freaking lost my cool, because I after what the post office has been doing to me for a month, I was terrified. So I got really worried that I was going to run in the same situation, even though these are from within America. But I luckily didn't. The other two showed up. The box looks minorly destroyed. So let's just unbox these and I'll show you guys what wheels I got for the backup for the E36 or for the E34. We're not really sure. It depends. Luckily, these were saran wrapped all around, because this box is destroyed and I probably would have lost center cap. The other two came in and everything was loose inside and there was holes in the side of the box, and I would have certainly lost my center cap. So I am not happy with how these were packaged. There's not enough packing in here to keep these solid, so it looks like these have been banging around lip to barrel. Let's see what this lip looks like. Okay, this lip looks intact, but okay, good thing. Alright. Why can't I win? Why can't I win, dude? Oh my lord. So, you see it. We got some RFs. BBS's, but I'm not even excited anymore because the center cap got destroyed in the packaging, because he did not package these up well, and now I got a destroyed center cap. So I'm not even gonna, I try to keep a positive mindset, but I'm not even gonna play you guys. I am extremely pissed right now, because this has just been one hell on top of one hell for me. So I know these are rare, I know these are probably expensive as hell, and now I have to wait and either buy a new one or not, because this is not gonna work. This is supposed to be flat. So this is destroyed, which is probably another $200 each, I'd imagine. So that pisses me off. I don't know why. I'm not gonna say any names here. I don't, you know, it's not like a wheel selling company, so it's not like this is the full-time job. It's individual seller. I don't know what possesses people to not ship expensive things very securely. I just don't, I don't get it. I don't get how you can, I mean, like, this is piss poor shipping on a set of very rare and expensive wheels. But might as well get the second one out and see what this looks like. So this one looks fine, but let's see what the center cap looks like. Alright, this center cap is mint. This one's good. So this is what our center cap is supposed to look like. This is what one looks like when you ship the wheels like shit. So that's cool, but man, why can't I win, dude? Getting wheels for this E36 has been just short of the worst experience of my life. Between rare Gottis getting lost in customs for 2 months and still not showing up, to then getting a new set of nice wheels, which I'm happy. I love RFs. These are one of my dream wheels. So I'm gonna try not to let this destroyed center cap ruin my day, because I'm still super excited about this. But anyway, it's just, so first off, I'm just getting sidetracked. I'm just so pissed. These were supposed to be 8.5 squared, ET13, which, as you guys might know, is like a perfect E36 spec. Turns out they were rebarreled, so you could kind of tell in this video right here. Where am I pointing? The back one is taller, so these are actually 8.5 front and then 10 rear. They were on an E36. These will fit an E36 with a little bit of rear quarter work, which I really hate doing and I've never done, but this E36 isn't necessarily mint enough to where I won't do it. So I will do it, and we will make videos on that, fitting these. But worst case, if I just can't be happy with it, these are actually perfect E34 spec. So as we know, this car is going to need wheels in the future, and if the Gottis show up, I might just go ahead and put the guys on the E36 and then run the RFs on this. So that's why I bought these, because at the end of the day, either the Gottis or these can go on this car. So I pretty much now have a set of wheels that will be ready for this car, assuming the Gottis show up. They probably won't at this point. But here's the other two. I polished this one up. The other three have been sitting for a while. They need some polish. And these are the center caps. One of them got pretty beat up, but not bad enough to where it won't work, and one is fine. So it seems like whatever wheel was on the bottom or on the top, the center cap just got beat. But anyway, BBS RF 010 or 011, I believe. What does it say here? BBS RF 010, stamped 1991. These are sick. I'm super stoked on these. I love RFs. They've always been one of my favorite BBSs, but they did not come with center caps, which I knew, like the BBS. So I have to buy those, which are $200, which sucks. But I'm devastated about this. This is, I know it's not really his fault, but I mean, at the same time, Jesus, dude, you couldn't package these up better. So now I have these are expensive as shit. I'm gonna look these up after I shut this clip off. But so anyway, this ugly thing finally has a full set of wheels here. So stay tuned. In a few weeks, we will be putting the coilovers on and fitting these bad boys. I gotta get tire sizes figured out and all that. But otherwise, on top of that, you've probably noticed there's no E24 in this garage. So this is something I also didn't really publicize. E24 has finally sold. It has finally found a new home. A guy came about a week ago, and yeah, actually exactly a week ago today, and checked it out and liked it, and surely enough, he bought it. We agreed on a price. I'm not thrilled with the price. I know that it's I think it's worth more than I sold it for, and I know it's worth more than I sold it for, but just the timing, I really needed space and money, and there was no further plans with that car because I wasn't going to modify it, because it should have been kept, it should be kept original. So that car is going to be gone, which cleared up some funds and stuff. So now we can make the E36 cool. We can, mainly I'm excited because the new E34 can now get a lot of love, which is what it's needed. So that car can get suspension, it can get wheels, which it already kind of got. It can get all the maintenance it needs, and basically I could just, you know, PDR and all that stuff. I ran myself dry lately with my spending habits, so that E24 needed to go to free up all that money. I'm super thrilled with. Like, I was filming a video which I never posted because the 540 was actually supposed to be sold like a month ago. Ran into a whole thing with the buyer. It was ridiculous, and I told him I almost sold that car for way too cheap. So I'm glad I didn't, because I was so desperate to get rid of one car to clear up money, and I didn't know when the E24 would sell. So I almost listed that. Well, I listed that up, and it is still listed up, but I almost sold it for really cheap to work with this guy, and I'm really glad I didn't do that, because I would have been kicking myself now, because then I would have had no E24 and no 540, and I really do like the 540. I still probably will let it go, but now that I don't need the space and the money as badly as I did, I'm not going to let it go for a stupid price. I'm gonna have to get what I want for it, which is good. So it's still nice to have. It's kind of a daily. Otherwise, that's pretty much as much updating as I can do. I don't really know what else to say. USPS sucks and owes me Gottis. RFs for the E36, which will be fun to fit because a 10 in the rear of an E36 stock body is not really small. It's a little big, so that's gonna be a hassle. I'm gonna have to talk to this guy about my center cap, figure that out, and yeah, what else? I think that's about it. Next week, or I guess a week after next, I'll be on spring break and I'm gonna part out that E34, and sometime between now and then I'm gonna get this car dialed in. So some videos on this car. I gotta do the control arms or the tie rod still. I believe it needs F cabs. It's developed some clunking in the front under braking. We'll get into that when we get into that. But anyway, I just want to give you guys a nice little update. Later on in this video, we're gonna go check on the M3s because I already did that, but it was nice and now it's cold, so I filmed these flip-flopped. Well, since we're doing a little update video, why don't we go check up on my E46 and my E36, and we'll take the 328 since it's warm enough and the roads don't have salt on them for once. So we should take this thing for a spin because it's got a new bumper, it's got new brakes, it's got a new exhaust, sounds and looks decent, and I kind of want to take this thing for a drive. I haven't driven it all winter, and the gas prices are so outrageous, I can't afford to drive the 540 anymore, or the truck. So we got to take the economical car, the little M52, and I just gotta say, this thing is pretty practical. 24.5, I don't know how accurate that is, but that is far better than the 12 that the 540 gets, if it's even that. I'm not even sure it's that. So this car's pretty refreshing to drive. But anyway, let's go check on the M3s. I miss them. I haven't seen them in quite some time. So the windshield's filthy. Can't see anything. The sun is in the way. So I remember the first drive we went on this car, I mentioned how, you know, it drives pretty good. I'm not sure what I was talking about. This car drives horrible. The alignment is so miserable. The suspension's whatever. It's cheap and crappy, and that obviously sucks, but like, it's the alignment that's really bad in this thing. Like, the car's all over the road. It pulls. It's jittery. It's miserable. So next time we see this car, we will be fitting the coilovers and finally doing the tie rods, and then we'll be fitting the new wheels, and then we will finally get an alignment in this thing. I'm gonna have to find a shop that'll do a low car, because it'll probably be pretty low when I set it up. We'll see kind of how I go with it. But yeah, thank goodness, because like, it's borderline, I guess it's not undrivable, but it's really crappy. Like, it really sucks. Like, you can see the steering wheel's cocked a little bit, but like, if I let go, it just pulls to the right. Not horrible, but enough to annoy you. And I mean, you could tell the front tire, the left tire is completely worn. Like, the alignment's really bad. The tires are wearing horribly. So it's about due for an alignment, but we'll have new wheels and tires anyway, so it doesn't matter. So here we got the E46 slumbering in my actual storage unit that I always have with all my junk. So she's chilling. I don't really feel like pulling the cover off. Forgot I had 2 tires here. I don't know what size these are. 255s. I don't know if I could use those for anything. Then, you know, I got my spare E34 seat, headliner, spare doors for the 540, the rust-free ones that are, you know, sanded and stuff. So these are nice. I should probably hold on to these, huh? Oh, and the trunks here. But yeah, anyway, so this is the E46. Nothing fun to see here because I don't want to uncover it. But now we'll go over to the E36 warehouse, where me and Eustace are actually sharing a spot. And so they're both in there, so that's cool. But I just want to make sure that there's no like mice in here. I've never had issues with this unit. I've had it for about 2 years now. But I just want to, you know, double check just in case, because the last thing I want is mice in my E46. I would lose it. So now let's head over to the E36 spot. So now here we are in the E36 hut. So this is Eustace's wide body 328 with the turbo that you guys have seen on my channel. Or you probably have seen on my channel. So I don't think I've showed this on my YouTube channel, but this was the whole thing on Instagram, so I don't know how I forgot to do this. So this storage unit is a 10 by 30, so 30 long, and E36 coupes measure out to be 14.5 feet each. So that should give you a foot of leftover room, right? So we put these things in here, and we just had them straight, you know, right centered, and they would not fit. Like, the door would not close. storage units aren't actually what they say they are. This one's like a few inches short, or not a few inches, this one's like 1.5 feet short. So the door wouldn't close, and we already, you know, paid for the unit. We're like, well, what the hell do we do? And one of my Instagram followers had like AutoCAD, and he took an E36 like spec drawing and put them in the measurement. I took a tape measure, this was like 28 feet or something, 28 and a half. And he put them in here, and he found a way to get them to both fit. And that is, if you notice on E36s, and I'll pull my cover off so we can see it. Oh God, Eustace's car is like in mine. So, E36s are longest right at the nose, right? You see how they they curve around. So we had them like that, which obviously you're not gonna have any room. But if you stagger them, you'll notice like this, how the car goes in, they're just able to fit. You can see they are literally kissing. His bumper support is on my bumper support. I keep my bash bar on, he doesn't. He keeps it in the bumper how it should, but my bumper just slides on, so it's easy. But like, and you'll notice we are like pushing it for room. Like, that's the track. We have maybe an inch back here, maybe. So we were able to do it. Shout out to that guy again. We got both the E36s in here, kissing all winter. There's my bumper, and mine is all the way up against the wall, if you were wondering. So I have a nice flat tire. I forgot last year this tire has a leak, and it was flat, so I'm gonna have to air this up when I pull it out. But otherwise, good old E36 is chilling in here. I cannot wait to drive this car again. I miss it so much. There's the interior, no mice, which is good. But yeah, so this is the E36 Haven. You can see there's this intercooler, turbo. Yeah, so I just want to check on these. Not that it's anything interesting, but we're doing a little bit of an update video. I know I did one not lately, but with the whole USPS thing and getting the new wheels, I wanted to. So we just checked on these cars. Now we'll head home and we'll conclude this video, and I'll talk about whatever last couple things I need to talk about. But we will see the E36s hopefully in about a month. Today is the last day of February, so March will be the last month we do here. Hopefully, he might be too busy to pull his out, and if he wants his here for an extra month, then I'll just leave this for an extra month. I really don't need it before May, so maybe in here 2 months. I need tires for the Kirschers, and I need to get my rear shocks actually rebuilt. These are really old Broadways. They've been on this car for many years, since long before I bought it. So those need to be rebuilt. They're leaking. They're pretty much blown, but they got a lot of miles and a lot of life into them, so they did their job. But anyway, I'll see you guys back at the house. So yeah, there we are. RFs, M3s are in good order. E36 gonna look cool soon. We got space, and we got an E34 that needs a lot of work coming up soon. This weekend's gonna be nice. I think I'll take this thing for the first drive and upload that video. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you can laugh at my pain, because I'm in a whole lot of pain with this whole endeavor, but gotta figure this out, and then I'll be happy. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.